Hello there everybody, we are at Butler Lake and we are going to be doing a loop trail about 3.5 miles. So information about eskers and how eskers are formed. Already starting off with a pretty nice view. Kettle Lake here. This tells us basically how kettle lakes are formed. What a kettle is. Wow, that's a nice view. Saturday, September 14th. It's about 10:30 in the morning. It's about 75. Nice breeze. Alright, here we have the Butler Lake hiking trail. It's a little over 3 miles. That's where we'll be starting out. Coming down through here. Into these wetlands and then making our way back up here. So this is a state fee area. This is one of the parks that you actually have to pay to park here. And they had this little pay station set up at this one. You just grab an envelope and put your money in there and then deposit it. And you put the paper in your window. We can see $8 a day for Wisconsin license plates, $28 a year. If you're 65 and older, it's only $3 a day. Out of state, it's $11. Alright, and this is part of the Ice Age National Scenic Trail, which a lot of my adventures seem to take me on. Oh. Got a nice view of the lake there. This trail is known as the Butler Lake Loop Trail, or the Butler Lake Trail. And part of it does follow the Ice Age Trail. It's supposed to be kind of a muggy day today, so I got out here as early as I could. It's about an 1.5 hour drive for me. This hike's only supposed to take me about an 1.5 hours. So if I have time, I might see what else there is around here and go explore another park. I found out about this hike in this book that I have called The 50 Best Hikes in Wisconsin. And I like to do these different hikes, and then I put down in the book the dates that I completed the hikes. And I recommended doing this trail in like a figure 8. That's why I'm taking the Ice Age trail here for like a little bit. It's not the actual part of the Butler Lake trail, but it means still, which is going right along there, but it still follows it. And then on the way back, I'll go back the other way. It's nice and peaceful out here. Parking lot is already starting to get filled up, so this must be a fairly popular spot for obvious reasons. Alright, well, the weirdest thing just happened. I was walking along and an acorn fell and it bounced off my watch. I thought for a moment somebody threw something at me. What are the odds of that? Alright. Watch the footing here. Alright, so here you can see I was on the Ice Age trail. It tells you to continue going this way, but the Butler Lake Loop is actually coming up that way, so that's the way I'll be going back. And yep, this is the way we go now. We'll wave goodbye to the Ice Age trail for now. It's nice to have this shade in this cool, gentle breeze coming through here. I'm already working up a sweat, and I just started hiking. But all these trails in the southern unit of the Kettle Moraine Forest are just fantastic. It's $8 a day to pay to get into the Wisconsin parks. The ones that you have to pay, obviously, and you can pay one time, and then you can visit as many as you want. If you're not a resident of the state of Wisconsin, it is $11 a day. I mean, I'm sure you can park someplace else and walk farther if you'd like, but that's one of the ways Wisconsin's able to have such nice parks, is they're charging people to use them. You can buy a pass for about $30. And you can visit as many times as you want throughout the year. Just display the sticker on your vehicle, which I've done a couple years in the past. We got some nice wide trails here. Just slightly overgrown, but no big deal. A lot of foliage too. It's not a very florally smell, but the forest still has a nice smell to it. Let's see, already starting to notice some fall colors here. Temperatures were a little cooler the past couple weeks. There's not a lot of elevation gain on this trail, but seems to be a little bit of a up and down hike so far. All right, I just checked my my All Trails app, and it shows there's like a little trail you can go off this way for Lord knows what, but I don't see any trail. And down again we go. Being very careful not to step in any holes or step on any rocks and go twisting my ankle. Done that a couple times this year. That's why I haven't done too much hiking this year, and I didn't get the Wisconsin Park Pass. So just trying to be more mindful in the future, especially when I'm making videos. I'd like to give thanks to whomever is responsible for maintaining this trail, because they're doing a pretty good job. And someone's got to come out here and cut all this grass and keep all the vegetation trimmed back. So thank you, and a good job to all those who participate in that. I imagine just be mindful of ticks out here in some spots. The grass is a little tall. I've read reviews that the bugs can be bad out here. Past couple weeks are not supposed to have been too bad, but it's always something to be mindful when you go to take a hike. Check the reviews. See what people are saying, if any parts in the trail that may be closed or trees falling down, and it's always good to know that ahead of time. Like I say in Boy Scouts, be prepared. Alright, here we got a pretty good example. You can see how we're on this little ridge right here, this esker. It's hard to see sometimes when you're walking through the forest, but when you come out into clearings like this, sometimes it's easier to see what it is exactly you're on top of. It's really quite beautiful out here. There's no escaping the sun on this trail. There's only brief moments of shade. So make sure you have fluids on a trail like this. I will say this about this trail also, that even though there was quite a few cars in the parking lot, maybe 10 or 12 cars, I've only seen a few people so far. It's a fairly quiet trail. Sometimes it can be discouraging when you get to where you're going, you get to a hike and you see there's already a lot of cars there. And I mean, you don't want to be standing on top of anybody when you're hiking, It's nice to feel like you get that more alone feeling out in nature where you're not, it's not so peoply. A very meandering trail. Just does a lot of this. Like you're riding the back of a snake. I'm already about a third of the way done with this hike. I haven't seen too many birds. Alright, this is the way I just came here. It appears to be some type of intersection here. So I'm gonna have to look at my app and see which way I need to go. Alright, and this is the way. This is the narrowest the trail's been for a while. Well, this is definitely one of those trails that's going to help you stay fit. Alright, looks like we meet up with the Ice Age Trail again. You can see the yellow markers there. I should probably check to make sure that, that I'm going the right way. It says Butler Lake Trail, so I assume so. And these bugs seem to be a little worse over here. Not horrible yet, but flies and mosquitoes here and there. Just noticed a few butterflies over here. Oop. You know, I saw some of the reviews. People had mentioned that the trail was pretty narrow in spots, and yeah, I mean it is, but it's not that bad. There's our little pond down there. That might help explain why there's more bugs in this area. But yeah, you can see, I mean, this section of the trails, it's much narrower than when you first start out, but anybody that's ever gone hiking, this is what you expect sometimes. You don't always expect the trails to be very wide. It's nice when they are, but whew. All kinds of interesting bird sounds out here today. I wonder if there might even be some frogs I'm hearing in the background too. Oh my goodness, would you look at that? Yeah, I don't know, we'll see how I feel when I get back to my car, if I'm going to be doing any more hiking after this. I don't want to overdo it. Yeah, we got a lot of loose rocks here and tree roots. But it's not too bad, it's fairly gradual, but and silly me, I left my hiking stick at the car. But all right. See the top there. Time for a breather. Oh, sure is nice when you get these flatter, more gradual sections of the trail here. I imagine this would be really nice in the fall. The trees are a little bit more yellow and we got some leaves blanketing the ground, kind of like how it is now, but so much of the trail is covered with these loose rocks here. I'm really not walking very fast at all. But as you can hear right there, I'm being very mindful of my footing. In hindsight, I think a hiking stick is probably a good option for this trail. I would recommend bringing one along and actually using it. Coming up on a little creek here. It's mostly dried up, but kind of marsh over here. Right over in there. Yeah, it's pretty buggy over in this section. You know, you got prime habitat for bugs right there. It's good for the frogs, because frogs like bugs. Alright, it's 12 o'clock, and I've been hiking for about an hour and a half, and I am nearing the end of the trail. I still got a little ways left to go, but less than a quarter of the way back to where I started. Alrighty, here we are back at this intersection. This is where I came down to begin with, and traveled down that way, and this is the way I came back here, and I'll be going this way back now, so thank goodness. This section back over here, it's a little bit more flat and wide open. I'm liking that. Oh no, it's a pretty enjoyable trail. The really view you only get from Butler Lake is right in the beginning. It's always nice when you get more running water and stuff like that on your hikes, or at least I prefer. But yeah, usually when you're in the woods and you get those little pools of water, it just means bugs. Yeah, wearing my pants and a flannel, so it helped keeping the bugs off me. And I'm allergic to poison ivy, so I got to be really mindful not to get into that where I'm walking. So it's nice to have pants on for that, but when it's warmer and muggy out, it makes things a little bit more uncomfortable, and I have to wear a kind of like a leg brace and knee brace when I'm out hiking now, so strengthen my knee and prevent it from giving out and twisting on me. So well, that's not too bad today. I haven't seen too many creatures. Usually I'll see a chipmunk or two when I'm out hiking, but you can hear all the birds in the background, but I've only seen a couple. Yeah? Alright. Had to make himself be known right there. I hear ya. Yeah, I think this is going to be if I come back, it's going to be a hike that I do in the fall. Preferably the bugs won't be as bad, and more of these beautiful trees and foliage will be turning colors. This trail gets 2 thumbs up from me. So any trail that follows the Ice Age trail, even just for a little bit, it's usually a pretty nice trail. I can honestly say there's not been a section of the Ice Age trail that I've hiked that I didn't like. Here we are back at the parking lot. Thank everybody for watching. Until next time, take care and rock on. Oh yeah. Flynn Springs. I tell you what, that water felt really good at the end of that hike. Nice, cool, refreshing water. Alrighty, we are just a few miles away from where I was before, and this is the Parnell Tower Trail. Should be a pretty nice view from the tower here, so let's go check that out. Alright. We just started walking just a short little bit right here. You can see the tower should be right up on the left up here. That was quite a walk up all them stairs back there. Yeah. I'm still recovering from oh my goodness. Okay, we got even more stairs. Well, the good thing about this is I'll be coming down them on the way back. All right, here we go. More stairs. You can see the tower right up here. So as soon as I get to the top, I got some more stairs to climb. We'll give you guys a better view in just a moment here. And we're getting up there. Already getting some nice views though. And here we are. Oh boy. Look at that. Wow. You can see all the little kames in the distance. It's amazing. Wow. Seeing how fall this would be 100 times better. Still, we got that one tree out there starting to turn colors. So it's coming. Good thing the tower's right there at the beginning. You can, if that's all you really wanted to see, it's just right there. It's not too far of a walk. So, but otherwise, to start off your your hike, that's an awful lot of stairs and hiking to do. You can hear a lady screaming. She must have looked over the top. It's a long ways down. That's funny. I guess it's only for the brave-hearted. It's a nice view, but if you're afraid of heights, then it's maybe not for you. So far, it's a fairly flat trail. It's much better than walking along that esker, which was a nice hike, but there's quite a few patches of these mushrooms growing here. See, they're all over here on the trail. And I just had my first mosquito bother me, so might have to bust out the repellent here in a second. So far, it's not too bad, though. So, in that book, 50 Best Hikes in Wisconsin, it recommends doing the Butler Lake Trail in the morning, and then doing this one in the afternoon. They're pretty close to each other. And they're both only about an hour and a half long each, so and I thought, why not? I think it's definitely better doing this one second because this seems to be an easier trail. It's not as much up and down hiking other than the stairs and the tower in the beginning. There's actually like 3 or 4 trails, all very close to each other in that book. I don't have time today to do all 3 of them. Well, this is interesting. Look at all these boulders just piled up here on the side of the trail here. That's quite a lot of boulders. I'm sure the glacier did not do that. That was done by man. But that's a lot of rocks. I imagine that was some sort of boundary at one time, or not really sure. But like I said, that's a lot of boulders. And oh, there's a little chipmunk right there. Hello, Mr. Chipmunk. Hello there, friend. That's my first chipmunk of the day. Oh, I don't know if this is the end. It looks like the rock's going just a little bit further. Yeah, that's something there. Been hiking for about 15-20 minutes, and I'm already a quarter of the way through the hike. This is a interesting tree. Has a little bow in it and then it splits. That's cool. The bugs aren't too bad as long as I keep moving, but if I stop and sit, or then they tend to gang up on you quicker, but as long as I keep walking, they're not too bad. Yeah, so this hike is much easier, but there's rather large boulders and tree ruts you gotta watch out for still, so. And the trails maybe aren't as wide, but still not bad at all. Yeah, I'm really able to walk much quicker and smoother down this trail. Still want to watch where you're walking. And so far, nothing about this trail is out of the ordinary. I mean, it's got the nice tower in the beginning, but it's a nice winding trail through the woods, but there's nothing very exciting about it. As the saying goes, nothing to write home to mom about. But I'm still only about halfway through my adventure on this one. Still more to be seen. I just love the color of these leaves, these little fiery patterns on them. Just a little trail of them as I'm walking along here. There's one here, there's one there. Pretty cool looking though. trail is pretty rough going up to this spot right here. I'm doing a lot of walking through the weeds. It's pretty overgrown. There's a lot of poison ivy back there. Anybody that's allergic to poison ivy, got to be mindful of that. And crossing over this tree here. Up and over. There we go. Whew. Yeah, this trail is really narrow in spots. Reminds me of some of the trails I take up north. I can see why there wasn't quite as many cars in the parking lot. There's probably not many people want to deal with this. I'll tell you, if this trail wasn't so overgrown, it wouldn't be too bad of a trail. I'm going to have to say that I would not put this one in the 50 best hikes in Wisconsin. It's not a bad hike, but all in all, it's nothing really that I'm impressed with. The forest is okay, but the trails are so narrow and overgrown. There's so many rocks and tree roots. And I don't know what's going on with, I keep seeing purple spray painted on some of these trees. But yeah, at any rate, these trails are just a little too overgrown, and it's hard to, really stop and see anything if there's anything cool or anything, because it's all overgrown, and you don't want to risk injuring yourself and breaking your ankle out here. We're on the halfway point here. Just keeping my elbows high when I'm walking here, so I don't have my arm just dangling and brushing against this poison ivy. I'm gonna wash my clothes really good when I get home and pray I don't get poison ivy. I imagine there's some people that really enjoy trails like this. The tightness, the narrowness of them. You feel like getting lost in the woods kind of trail. Right. Usually it's not too bad, but when it's a muggier out and there's a lot of bugs, it can make things not as glorious. Trees creaking there. There's a lot of chipmunks over here, probably because there's a lot of nuts on the ground. Probably collecting all their nuts and stashing them right now as we speak, getting ready for the winter. If the trail stayed like this, it wouldn't be so bad. Nice and open like this, and you can actually look around and see things. Over halfway now. I was able to stop briefly and get some something to drink and spray myself down with some bug repellent that doesn't seem to be doing much. And so far this back section of the trail hasn't been too bad, as trails are a little wider and it's a little easier walking. We got about a quarter of the way to go back to the car, so nearing the end. I just popped out of the woods here. I see there's a purple marker there, so I think the purple on the trees must denote that it's part of the Parnell Tower Trail or something. Here we have, again, the yellow marker, so that means that's the Ice Age trail there that ran here for a little bit. Looks like we got a little shelter over there, so that's nice. It's not too far from the beginning or the end of the trail, depending on which way you come. So, but I'm heading out that way, so the tower was over that way. I don't see it from here, but at any rate. Alrighty, I should have paid closer attention to the map, because I started going down that way, and then I realized not too far down there that I was going the wrong way, so I had to come back up this loose rock here and go this way. So yeah, you want to be staying on the Ice Age trail, I guess, for a little while. So this section of the trail that follows the Ice Age trail, it's a little nicer than the rest of the trail was. Maybe have more volunteers or something. But all in all, it seems to be a nicer section of the trail. It'd be nice if all of the hike was like this. It's a nice way to finish it off, I suppose. Looks like we got a little bit of a hike up this hill here. I'm just able to stand here and take a breather finally. Bugs don't seem to be that bad right here. So able to enjoy this little view right now without the bugs bothering me. Whew. We're almost there. Done about 6 miles today. Not too bad. About 10:30 to 2:30. Just a little bit of a drive in between there. Some pretty nice shade through here. It's feeling pretty good. Shouldn't be too much farther back to the car. After this, I think I'm gonna head to a gym shop and see if there's any rocks that catch my eye. Alright, we're gonna be be saying goodbye to the Ice Age Trail again. And follow the Parnell Trail back this way. This is about 0.6 miles, so not too much further. Alright, we are nearing the end of the trail. You can hear the cars in the background buzzing along, so I know I'm not too far now. I want to thank everyone for sticking around to the end. Appreciate y'all for watching. Until next time, take care and rock on. I just wanted to show everybody real quick. This is where I came out of here. I remember in the beginning, I was walking past here, and the tower's just right up ahead there. So on your way, just before this sign here off to the left, you can go the other way if you'd like, and then you'd be coming up on the tower at the end. But I'm glad I went this way and seen the tower in the beginning.